Shanti. Are you all very happy in Baba's remembrance? In today's Bhatti, we are going to see how to face the situations of insult. In yesterday's Vardhan or blessing, Baba has said to use the power of conversion and convert this sorrow into happiness. How's that possible? So that is what we are going to discuss in detail today. So the first thing is you can get out of the pain given by the current situation by focusing on the law of karma, because we know that it is what we did in the past births, so its result is what we are facing now, so we must have to face the consequences of our actions. So only when we take full responsibility that we are responsible for this particular incident, that very moment we feel intense peace. So that's one method. And there is one more method that is very powerful, very powerful. Instead of just to stay at peace, it will make you blissful. And that method is, the first thing we should do is we should never focus on what's going on now in the present moment, because the present moment is nothing but hell. So that is why Baba asks us to get rid of hell. Your mind should not persist in this world, sorrowful world. You should either stay in this peaceful soul world or in this blissful satyug or in the subtle region. So now what we are going to do is, for instance, if your husband or children or anybody is actually shouting at you out of anger, so instead of focusing on the words they're uttering, because when you focus on those words, uh, that in turn is going to create anger in you as well. So instead, don't focus on it. Focus on the praise that he is going to sing on our deity statues in the upcoming Kalpa, in this Bhakti mark in Dwapar Yuga. So he would be praising in front of our statue by saying that you have immense tolerance power. Even after receiving so much pain, all you give back is happiness. So that is what they sing in Bhakti mark, right? Um, so, but when that happens in Dwapar Yuga, you would have completely forgotten that it is you, because you yourself would be worshipping that. So what's the use of that? So it is now that we have to become Trikaladarshi. So now what we have to do is we have to visualize that Dwapar Yuga, the praise that he sing before your statue right now, right at the moment he is shouting at you. Because it is just by being patient now and just by giving only the happiness instead of sorrow that he praises you. So just visualize that he is actually singing that right in front of you now. So when you can do that, you can totally shift your mind from the present moment out into the future. So when you can succeed in doing that, instead of getting pain out of the current situation, the current situation itself is going to give you more and more pleasure, because you have total control over your mind. You know where to send your mind. You can send it right to Dwapara and experience the pleasure. You can visualize yourself as that statue right now, and you can visualize him as praising your praises. And that is one thing. And another thing is, you can even visualize Satyug. If at all the particular soul that is trying to give you pain now, if at all he is going to enter Satyug or Tretayug, obviously he is going to serve you as servant. But there, he would serve you very kindly, right? Why is he doing that? Because of what you are doing now. Because you have tolerated everything that he is doing to you. So it is because of that he is serving you so kindly. So focus on that. When you see that, you will not get angry. You will you'll be thankful for that behavior, because all you do is just being patient now. That's it. You're not doing anything else. Just for being patient now, you are rewarded with his service throughout Satyuga and Tretayuga. And also, you are regarded with his devotion for the next half kalpa. So you are getting so much benefit just by being patient now, just by following what Baba says now. So when you are, this is what Trikaladarshi is all about. It's not just that I know everything. It's um, to be the embodiment of knowing thing. Okay, by knowing that what you have become, that makes sense. If there is no difference in your character, then what's the use of knowing? What's the use of being Trikaladarshi? So Baba says, be the swarup of that, right? So be the embodiment of that. And that's one thing. And another thing is, so this is the most powerful method. And there is one more method. Uh, that one is, you get angry on people because they behave not in accordance to your wish, right? So that is why you get angry. That is why you experience pain. Now you can do one thing. It is impossible for you to change them, change their character in this particular instant. You can change them gradually, but not in this instant. But there is one thing you can change. What is that? You can change your focus. Instead of focusing on what they are doing, instead you can imagine them to do what you want to do. So if you want them to be very kind to you, you may not make them to be kind right now, but you can easily visualize them to do so right now, right? You can visualize them speaking kind words to you. You can visualize them to do whatever you want to do right now. So that is totally possible, right? What's the benefit of this? When you succeed in visualizing this one, then your reaction will be according to that. If you focus on the negative things that he has been doing or saying, obviously the outcome, the reaction of yours is also going to be somewhat like that. It will be influenced by that. But if you don't focus on that, and if you just focus on imagining themselves being kind and loving to you, then the first thing that happens is you're totally out of the current situation. So your mind is somewhere higher, because you are visualizing, you are putting all your concentration and effort in visualizing the pleasant situation that you want now. So your visualization should be such that it looks very true as it sounds in dreams. So it should be like that. Then what you will do is you will speak very lovingly to them, because according to you they behaved kindly to you. That may not be true, but that is true to you. So that is what it matters, right? So that is what Baba means by never be in this sorrowful world. Always keep your mind visualizing the subtle world and the peaceful soul world. So this is what Trikaladarshi, Swadashna Chakradhari, everything means, because we can, there are more meaning to these words, more types of visualization techniques using these terms. So this is what the third eye also means. We always use the third eye of knowledge to make us happiness, to make us always at peace and be blissful. And in today's Murli, Baba says you have to accumulate the blessings of others, because in Mahabharata, Pandavas, they are busy in collecting the blessings of their elders to achieve success. It is actually the amount of blessing they accumulate determines the success. The same applies to us Brahmins now. So we have to accumulate blessings from everybody. How is that possible? By following the previous strategies. So when someone shouts at us, they know what they are doing is wrong. But still, they have no choice because they are imprisoned by the present moment. But you have escaped from the present moment. Thereby, your behavior is totally unexpected by them in a pleasant way. So, obviously, they will bless you. So, what's the end result? They will start behaving loving to you. So, even your worst enemy will become your best friend. So, whenever something happens, you should not focus on what's going on around me. Instead, you should focus on what I should do now, according to Baba's way. What Baba says me. What's Baba's guide in for this particular moment? For example, if somebody hurts you, Baba says, love them more. So take special care of them in showing love. So that's his way. If they are taking a movie or drama, if somebody complains about others' role, what would the producer or the director say? You mind your role. You focus on your role, right? Because a good actor should focus only on his role, only in enhancing his role. He wouldn't bother about anybody else's roles. So similarly, we should focus only on our roles, because it's a drama, it's a pre-planned drama. So everybody has to play their role. We cannot change it, but we can change our role. We can change our reactions. So only when we bring our attention into changing or transforming ourselves, we can go to heaven. This is the only gateway to heaven. There are many other ways. All of them leads to nothing but hell. We are not here to stay in hell forever. We have to get rid of hell as soon as possible. The only way out is following Baba's Srimad, following every single word he says in Murli. So that's we have God's word in our Murli. So always keep on referring that. Always keep on thinking about that. Always speak only about Murli. Always listen only Murli. Listen only to those who speak only about God's knowledge. If not, detach yourself from them totally, physically. So you have to keep your mind busy with Baba's Murli daily. That's the only way to find the solution of all the problems that we are going to encounter in this Sangam Yuga, because all these problems are nothing but teachers. It's the practical examination. So the answer is, no matter what kind of problem we face, everything has a single answer. That is, keep yourself busy in remembrance of Baba, keep yourself busy in the knowledge of Baba, keep yourself busy in doing service of Baba. That's it. Hope this will help you. Practice this. Establish all relationship only with Baba. Always forget that you are this body, you are this soul, that once existed in Narayan's body. You are Narayan. Say that to yourself as often as possible. Say that no matter how everybody around me behaves, it doesn't matter. All that matters is how I behave. Whether I have satisfied my Baba. That is what I should worry about. Om Shanti, practice this and share your experience in comments. Love you, Bab Dada. Thank you, Bab Dada.